Hello my geography friends. So today, we're gonna talk about a famous person related to a country. You know the drill. This is a series where I talk about a famous person from each country, or sometimes a territory. He was a British colonial administrator and businessman who was the prime mover in the formation of the British South Africa Company. Now he was also responsible for the colonization of large parts of Southern Africa. And some people credit him with being the founder of the nation of Zimbabwe. However, it should be noted that the Shona people have inhabited the region for many centuries before Rhodes arrived. So today, we're talking about Cecil John Rhodes and Zimbabwe. It is bordered by South Africa to the south, Botswana to the west, Zambia to the north, and Mozambique to the east. Zimbabwe is rich in natural resources, including gold, diamonds, platinum, and chrome. The country also has vast tracts of arable land and a warm climate that makes it suitable for growing crops such as tobacco, cotton, and maize. The capital and largest city of Zimbabwe is Harare. The country has experienced high levels of poverty and unemployment, and its infrastructure has deteriorated. The company exploited the natural resources of the region, including gold and diamonds, and it also introduced a system of racial segregation known as the Lancaster House Constitution. The country is also home to Victoria Falls, one of the world's largest waterfalls. After his death in 1902, his statue was erected in the center of what was then called Southern Rhodesia. The country has a history of human rights abuses and political violence, and its economy remains in sharp decline. Let me know your thoughts about Cecil John Rhodes and Zimbabwe in the comments below. If there's another famous person from Zimbabwe that I should have talked about instead, let me know down in the comments. Also, are you enjoying this series? Do you want to see more episodes? Just let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. See ya. However, in 1965, when the country gained independence from Britain, the name was changed to Zimbabwe, and the government of Zimbabwe saw Rhodes as a symbol of the country's colonial past. They moved his statue to a less prominent location in the city. Now, this constitution gave white settlers political power over the indigenous African population. It also severely restricted the rights of Africans, and it created a society divided along racial lines. Now, if you don't know who Cecil John Rhodes was, well, he's kind of a big deal in Zimbabwean history. In 1890, the British South Africa Company sent a military force into the area to capture it. In 2020, the government of Zimbabwe announced that they would be relocating the statue to a museum. But as of February 2022, it still remains in place. Rhodes was a controversial figure during his lifetime. He was a brilliant administrator and businessman, but he was also a racist and an imperialist. However, in the late 2010s, there were renewed calls for the removal of the statue. Okay, so now let's talk about Zimbabwe. So Zimbabwe is a landlocked country located in southern Africa. The estimated population of Zimbabwe is around 14 million people, and the official languages are English and Shona. However, despite its natural wealth, Zimbabwe has faced economic challenges in recent years due to a variety of factors, including political instability, hyperinflation, and drought. In terms of wildlife, Zimbabwe is home to a variety of species, including elephants, lions, leopards, and giraffes. Zimbabwe gained independence from British colonial rule in 1980 and has since been governed by President Emerson Mnangagwa. So that's all I've got for this episode.